800-296-1253.
That's a sober commercial.
800-296-1253.
All right, we are live on
800-296-1253.
The following program does not necessarily represent the views or opinions of the staff, management, or ownership of this station.
It's time to get on the right path with Right Path Real Estate Radio with Jason Bible. Get the answer to your question that's keeping you from taking action and succeeding today. Get ready. The guy that will put your fears behind you is on the air now. Taking calls at 713-785-1817.
Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Now here's your
1.
host, Jason Bible.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Today we're going to talk about wholesaling. Wholesaling real estate, 713-785-1817 is the call-in number. What is wholesaling? It's fascinating when you type in a definition or type in a term and get like 10 different definitions. So I'll give you ours, right, wrong, and different. This is what it is. You put a property on or contract on a piece of property, and then you sell that property and or contract to an investor. That's what real estate wholesaling is. In other words, you don't sell it to a end user, owner, occupant, i.e. a home owner who's going to live there. That's my definition of real estate wholesaling. You sell it to an investor. Now, a lot of folks' definitions are assigning contracts. That's really a process of closing the deal. That's not wholesaling. Wholesaling is buying a property and then selling it to an investor. That's what wholesaling is. An investor is not someone who's going to live in that house. They're going to use it for investment purposes. I think to back up just one little second here, remember there's only 4 ways to make money in real estate. There's just 4. That's it. As a business, there's only 4. Flipping, which means buying a house, rehabbing that house, putting it back on the market, selling it to a end user, owner, occupant who will live in that house. Second way is as a landlord. You're buying that house, you're fixing it up, you put a tenant in there, and the tenant pays you rent, typically monthly. Third way we make money in real estate is lending capital to do the deal. Say I got $100,000 in my IRA. I've got my buddy John over here that wants to buy a house for investment purposes or to live in it. I lend him $100,000, let's say 8%, and then I make an 8% rate of return on my $100,000. Last way is wholesaling. Buying a property or putting a property under contract and then subsequently selling that property to a real estate investor. That's it. Only 4 ways. Everything else you hear in real estate is a derivative of those 4 ways of doing real estate. And by the way, doesn't matter if it's commercial or single family. Multifamily, small office, atrium style apartment building, Class A, multifamily, Class B, high rise. Doesn't matter. It's all the same. There's only 4 ways to make money in this business, and those are the 4 ways. All of the other stuff that you hear that's being taught out there is just a derivative of those 4 things. One of the things I'm fond of saying is this business isn't really that difficult. Well, I shouldn't say difficult. It isn't that complicated. It's buying an asset, fixing that asset up, and turning around and selling it. I've got a buddy of mine that's a nationwide educator in non-performing notes. So somebody asked me, hey, Jason, the note business is different than those 4 things you said. No, you're the bank. You're just acting as a bank. One of the things he's fond of saying is he rehabs borrowers and doesn't rehab houses. But his business process is the same as everybody else's in this business, and that is you're buying an asset, in his case a note. You're rehabbing that borrower. In other words, getting them current, doing a workout, whatever it is that you've got to do. And then he may sell that or hold on to it and collect payments. If you're a landlord out there, you're buying a house, you're fixing it up, you're putting a tenant in there. Actually, a landlord is really just a long-term flipper when you really look at it. Most landlords don't hold their properties forever and ever. Amen. All of those things are for all these different businesses you hear out there in real estate come down to 4 different ways to make money in real estate. Today, I want to talk about wholesaling. I will tell you this, and this will blow your mind because it's a complete 180 from the rest of the real estate industry, and that is the hardest thing to do well is wholesaling. Bar none, hardest thing to get right. It is the absolute hardest thing. Flipping, renting, lending money, i.e. being the bank, are so easy compared to wholesaling. Flipping a house, I'll tell you the 2 I think that are absolute. Actually, all 3 are a joke how easy they are. Being the bank. I mean, that's so easy. I'll spend an entire show just on how to be the bank. But it's really hard to mess up how to be the bank. If you do it right, in fact, you make money if you foreclose. You make more money if you foreclose. Flipping is an absolute joke. It's so easy. Once you have the property under contract, once you find a good deal, it's pretty easy from there on out compared to the rest of the business. Get it under contract, call Fast Track, they give you an estimate, you close, they work on the house, you list it with a really great retail agent like we have in our office, who could also list properties for you guys. If y'all have ever wondered, hey, Jason, would you guys list properties? Yeah, we absolutely do that for folks. Just fill out an email form on rightpathrealestate.com. We can get you in touch with Audra. But in any case, all you do on a flip is you buy that house, you fix it up, and you put it on the market. Boom, the house is sold. I mean, it's really, from a time management standpoint, it's pretty minimal. And then, of course, there's being a landlord, which might be the easiest of all 3, to be honest with you. Here's what's really attractive about being a landlord. You get to pick when you sell it. So as long as it cash flows, you just kind of sit on it. Market changes, who cares? Just wait if you want to sell it at some point. As long as you got enough equity in there, and I see a lot of landlords making that mistake right now. They don't have enough equity in their deals, which is unfortunate. Let's go back to wholesaling. Why is wholesaling the hardest way to make money in this business? Real easy answer. Your marketing and sales skill set has to be better than the other 3 types of investors. Your marketing and sales skill set has to be better than the 3 other types of investors. Why? Because you're selling the deal to them. Meaning, if you're a real estate wholesaler, you have to get a property cheaper than a flipper or a landlord, because you're going to sell to a flipper or a landlord. I saw a deal that got posted this weekend, and usually I don't comment on these threads if they're in a real estate group, but this was like a personal. Somebody said, hey, I got a really great deal here. ARV 450, I think 430. Purchase price 330. And all these people were putting in their email like, oh, totally email me the deal, man. Send me the deal. Woo, send me the deal. It's a great deal. And somebody made a comment, and then I made a comment, and I said, well, you're not going to have to worry about this one flying off the shelves. Oh, no, somebody had said, oh, you better not post the address because an investor is going to try and go around you. And I said, I don't think you have to worry about that on this deal.
2 minutes.
And the person who made the post said, well, yeah, because we have people sign a non-disclosure agreement. And I said, no, it's because this is a 78% flip deal before rehab. This is what we like to call in the office a money loser. This deal is a loser. Why is wholesaling so hard? Because you have to buy it cheaper than anyone else. Period. You really, if you're a really good wholesaler, and there are, and maybe I ought to qualify this, what I consider a really good wholesaler is one that has really wide margins. The really good wholesalers, and there's very few of them, even the city of Houston, very few of them. Most wholesalers make $4,000 or $5,000 a deal, which between me and you and everybody else here on the radio show, you're actually losing money doing that. You ought to just be a retail real estate agent.
1 minute.
Doesn't make much sense being a wholesaler if you're not making at least twice what an agent would make at the median home price. But $4,000 or $5,000 a deal sounds like a lot of money, and that sells a lot of education classes. But ultimately, you've got the really good wholesalers out there, the ones that have really wide margins, they've got to be in at like 50%. That's incredibly low. We get back from the break, we're going to talk more about wholesaling, the ins and outs, and what makes it so hard. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S.? Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs or go to our website, questira.com.
Are you an active real estate investor?
2 minutes.
If so, a real estate attorney is a crucial member to add to your team. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. Ehlert Law serves clients in real estate and business law with principal offices in Houston and their acquisitions and dispositions. We are equipped to serve you in your residential and commercial real estate law needs. Contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. We draft and review docs and structured transactions and represent you in disputes and litigation. Or choose one of our transaction packages to cover your sub-2, wholesale, wraps, or private financing deals. Our business and commercial services include business contracts, entity formations, and business consultations. If you need a reliable, dedicated firm to serve on your team, contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Ehlert, Principal Offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment property? Then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992 or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties. Whether it's a flip rehab or a rental rehab, we manage every aspect of a rehab from start to finish with a highly efficient, standardized process.
Over the last 6 years, Fast Track has completed over 700 projects, which has helped us to create our 3 keys to success. Use a detailed scope of work so that everything gets done, train and maintain quality crews so it gets done right, and complete the work in a proper order so it gets done fast.
No more managing it yourself, no more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Again, that's 832-742-9992, or reach us on the web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/.
Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. Go to rightpathrealestate.com, Facebook/Right Path Real Estate. Or you can call 713-785-1817. Looks like my blog post just hit the World Wide Web. It's called Time is Money and Other Things Broke People Say. So I'm sure I will get all kinds of really salty comments. It's always funny to see what kind of comments I get back from the blog. So in any case, I'm talking about wholesaling today. What is wholesaling? We get a property under contract, and then we sell it to a real estate investor. The reason it's so hard is because you've got to get it. In other words, you, the wholesaler, have to get it cheaper than landlords or flippers. That's why the business is so hard. You have to have a superior marketing and sales skill set to beat those other two investors out. I find it fascinating when people post all the time that, well, you're just getting into real estate. You ought to start with wholesaling. You ought to start with wholesaling. You ought to start with wholesaling. When you get into real estate, you ought to start with wholesaling. Wholesaling is where it's at. If you're just starting out and you don't have a clue about how to do real estate, you need to be a wholesaler. Nothing could be further from the truth. Here's the second reason why wholesaling is harder than the other two types of real estate investing. You have to know both their numbers. If you're wholesaling to a flipper and you're wholesaling to a landlord, those are two different rehabs. If I'm going to rent a property out, do I have to do as extensive a rehab as if I were to flip the house? I'll tell you the answer right now is no. If you're a landlord, you don't have to do a flip grade rehab. Different trim levels, I don't want to say lower quality, because I think the quality is about the same. It's just a lower level of trim. If you're putting granite in, it might not be a higher level granite, but it'll still be a quality rehab. You also don't have to replace as much stuff. Let's say you've got some rotten, exterior siding on the back of a garage. I mean, do you have to replace that if you're a landlord? Not really, as long as it's not leaking. But if you're flipping the house, you absolutely must replace that. So those are really the two differences right there. You've got, as a wholesaler, you've got to be able to know what it costs to rehab it as a flip or rehab it as a rental property. So if you're brand new to this business and already have a problem or a challenge in estimating a rehab, It just gets worse as a wholesaler. Because guess what? You got to know both those numbers. Actually, in some cases, if you're also wholesaling to someone who's going to own or finance it, you've got to know what that rehab is or is not. A lot of owner finance guys don't rehab. You've got to know that number as well. Also, the ARVs are different. In other words, what's the value of the property? If you're going to flip it, that's one number. If you're going to rent it, that's a completely different number. And if you're going to rent it, one of the things that a landlord may want to know is what's the absorption? How long am I going to hold this thing? So if you're going to wholesale a deal, you've got to know a whole lot more about real estate than if you were just flipping or renting a property. Now, this has just been our experience of nearly 400 houses now. But I'll tell you, wholesaling is a lot harder than the other two ways, the other three ways of making money in real estate. Being the bank, flipping houses, or being a landlord. Wholesaling is a whole different level. Go talk. I'll give you a perfect example of this. Go talk to somebody who flips 20 houses a year. Let's say they've been doing it for a couple of years. And then go talk to a wholesaler that wholesales 20 houses a year. That's been doing it for the same amount of time. I can guarantee you this. The wholesaler will have a level of knowledge, technical knowledge, and business knowledge that is superior to a landlord or flipper. It's not even close. Not even close. You've got to be so much better as a wholesaler. Someone who wholesales 30, 40, 50, 100 deals a year versus somebody who flips 30, 40, 50 houses a year are not even on the same level. That wholesaler is on a completely different plane. It's not even close. They've got to have a superior marketing and sales skill set. They have to have a superior technical background in order to sell those properties to landlords or flippers or owner finance folks who are acting as a bank. When I read on Facebook, online, when I talk to people in person, and they tell me, Jason, I just got into real estate, I'm going to start with wholesaling. I used to sit people down and say, let me explain to you why you're going to fail. Because the failure rate in real estate wholesaling is astronomically higher than it is in being a landlord, being a flipper, or being a bank. I mean, it's a failure in wholesaling is an order of magnitude larger than the other three ways of making money in real estate. Why? You've got to have superior marketing and sales, and you have to have a superior technical background to do it correctly. In fact, we didn't start wholesaling in real appreciable volume until we had bought about 50, 60 houses. Because then we had a really good idea of how and why certain investors are looking for certain things. It is not easy. Wholesaling is not easy at all. And whoever is telling you that wholesaling is easy, or you're a new investor and you just start out there because it's easy, is completely lying to you. Nothing is further from the truth. It's literally like pointing to the sky and saying, I know that's a blue sky, but this guy tells me it's green or purple or red. No, it's blue. I used to sit down with folks and say, hey, look, you're starting out with wholesaling. You're about to get into the hardest thing in this business. Well, what do you mean? It's so easy. You just get a property under contract and then sell it to an investor. Yes, the process is easy. A lot of people in this business, they kind of lose their minds. And let me give you an example of this. I know a lot of folks in this business who are incredibly smart. They're successful outside of real estate, make really good money, very successful in their businesses, very successful in their careers. And when you sit down and walk them through why this is so much harder, it automatically hits them to go, yeah, that totally makes sense. Why would it be easier? A lot of people don't sit down and critically think about this business. For example, and I want to go back to this previous example, kind of expound on it a little bit. When a wholesaler says, yeah, it's easy to wholesale because, you just get something under contract and then you just sell it to an investor. Yeah, the transaction is easy. Most people in this industry teach the transaction. And wholesaling as a transaction is ridiculously simple. You get a property under contract and you sell it to an investor. I mean, it's literally that simple. It is 2 pieces of paperwork. It's a contract, and in Texas we use the TREC 1-4 contract, which is the single family contract. And then the second piece of paper is an assignment of contract. It's 2 pieces, 2 documents. TREC contract, I think, is 9 pages? I always forget. It's 7 or 9. I think it's 9 pages. And then the second document is a half-page form. That's the assignment of contract.
2 minutes.
You literally get the purchase contract, which in Texas, again, is that TREC 1-4. You take that to an investor and say, hey, investor, I got this property under contract. You interested in it? And they say, yes, good. I'm going to make it what's called an assignment fee. That fee is written into the assignment of contract. And both those documents are taken to the title company. From a transaction standpoint, it is ridiculously simple. However, from a business standpoint, marketing, sales, technical knowledge, it's a whole nother level of hard. A whole nother level. Now, there are a lot of people out there that think they're wholesalers, and what they really do is what I like to call slinging contracts or selling garbage. A buddy of mine, Scott Carson, calls it joker brokers, which are I think that's one of my favorite terms. Joker brokers.
1 minute.
They get everything under contract, and they just send it out to investors and pray the next fool will buy it without knowing what's the rehab cost, what's the property worth when it's all fixed up, and getting it for a good price. Most wholesalers, or people who call themselves wholesalers, are horrible wholesalers. Their close ratio, the good ones, quote, the good ones out there, might be 50%, meaning half the stuff they get under contract never closes. We get back from the break, we're going to talk more about wholesaling and what makes it hard. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mic's off.
Have you ever experienced the pain of trying to get MLS comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high-equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents. Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth.
Hey, David, I'll blow that comment up here when we get back
market.
from the break.
Give Next Gen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes, binders, and the agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. It's there for you. Call Houston's leading real estate risk management experts, Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas, 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree. Single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and up to a 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary pier work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and with lots of communication on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. I have somebody that posted on my Facebook page. Well, actually, they're spamming now. Wholesaling is much easier than rehabbing properties. It's much faster, too. The only thing that separates the good wholesalers from the bad ones is a large marketing budget. That's absolutely false. They said they've wholesaled 17 deals in June. Here's the difference between good wholesalers and bad wholesalers. And I can break it down to margin. Take the median home price in your market. In Houston, it's $235,000 right now. So $235K. If you are wholesaling properties in your market, take the median home price, multiply it by 0.03. That's 3%. That's about what a real estate agent would make if they were to sell a $235,000 house. In Houston, it's about $7,000. A wholesaler who knows what they're doing should make twice the median home price of what an agent's commission is. So in Houston, if you're wholesaling, you should be making about $14,100 per wholesale deal. And I can just about guarantee you, and I'd love to see David's response here, whatever, I think he's in, I don't know where he's at, if he's in Houston or wherever. Take that number. Are you making at least $14,000 in Houston? If you're wholesaling real estate in Houston, you ought to be making at least $14,000 a deal. If you are not, you're going broke slowly. I'm going to say that again. If you're not making at least twice what a real estate agent would make off of the median home price in your market, you're going broke. I want to let that sit out there, because there's a lot of people out there that sign up for these wholesaling courses. They're like, well, if I make $7,000 or $8,000 on a wholesale deal, I'm, trust me, you're not making any money. You're not. One of the things people fail to calculate in real estate is opportunity cost. I can list or buy as a real estate, I as in our company, way more properties than I can wholesale. I mean, we've got let me put it to you this way. I've got a staff of 2 buyers out there. All they do is they run around and buy houses. And our house buying business, between 7 and I think this year our peak was 11. We bought 11 last month. When you're buying that many houses, it takes 2 people full time, and all they're doing is putting stuff under contract. Then we have a whole staff behind them that does everything else. However, I have a staff of 1 that sells all of our deals. And she also is a real estate agent for other homeowners, other owners. So you can be twice, if not 3 times more efficient than a wholesaler as a retail real estate agent. So if you're not making at least double what a median home priced house would go for in your market, go be a real estate agent. In fact, I want to try not to get anybody in hot water here. But I'll tell you right now, let me put it this way. There were 2 large wholesalers here in town, hundreds of deals a year. And they've gone from wholesaling to a brokerage. In fact, there's a lot of wholesaling outfits in town, a lot of investors in town that have switched over to a real estate brokerage. Why? Because their margins weren't wide enough as wholesalers. So they went into real estate brokerage. In other words, to be real estate agents. It's real simple, man. It's a dollars in, dollars out. How much time does it take you to make it? I mean, if you're in a major market, you're buying 15, 20 deals a month, you can easily rehab those houses. You can easily raise the money to do it. However, the way I see most wholesaling outfits work is they're making $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a deal. I want to say the average in Houston is between $5,000 and $8,000. They're just not making enough money to really grow. Especially when you start to get into deal splits and co-wholesaling and all this other stuff. You've got to have enough margins in these things to where you can grow and build your business. One time when I first started out, we get people that ask us all the time, oh, you guys are wholesaling. And I'd ask them, like, how many deals do you guys see that come out of our shop? Oh, 1 or 2. Yeah, so we're not really wholesale. We'll wholesale a couple. We're really focused on buying houses at the right price. And a lot of times we're flipping them, and sometimes we're turning around and renting those properties out. But wholesaling, most folks don't make enough money in wholesaling. And to claim that it's the easiest thing to do in this business is just absolute nonsense. In fact, I clicked over on the website. They, like I said, they're spamming our page right now. They're spamming the comments. If you go through and look, they teach the transaction. They don't teach the business. The wholesaling transaction is simple. It's ridiculously simple. Find a house. Truthfully, most wholesalers are really acting a little more as unlicensed agents anyways. They ought to just become real estate agents. But that's a discussion for a whole other day. On a good day, our guess is about 50% of the deals that end up on the market end up getting wholesaled or closed. So that means there's a 50% chance on a good day those deals don't close. So a lot of people are getting stuff under contract that never closes. Actually, a lot of real estate education companies teach, just get it under contract, which is a horrible, horrible way to do business in real estate. Locking poor homeowners up in a contract that they never intend to close. Or they intend to close, but not at the price they agreed on. And they'll renegotiate that price a few days before closing. It's unethical as all get out. It really is. It's incredibly unethical. It's legal, but it's not quite ethical, that's for sure. So wholesaling is easy as a transaction, difficult in implementation. You have to have a superior sales and marketing skill set, and you've got to have a high degree of technical knowledge. And the failure rate for wholesalers is incredibly high because of those three issues. It's incredible. The failure rate for wholesalers is higher than any other type of real estate investing. Because again, you've got to be an expert in marketing, sales, and the technical knowledge for the other three types of investors out there. Now, are there ways to become a successful real estate wholesaler? Absolutely. Part of it has to do with defining your target market and knowing exactly who your end investor buyers are going to be. That fixes a substantial number of those problems. However, you still have to have superior marketing and sales skills. And when I say sales, I hear this a lot too, where somebody will say, hey, Jason, sales is all about just, outbidding everyone else. And I'm like, that's not sales. That is not sales. Sure as heck in marketing. Does everyone know that Lexus is owned by Toyota? Does everybody know that Acura is owned by Honda? They are literally the same cars. The Toyota Prius is the exact same as the Lexus, I think it's the CT200 hybrid. It's the exact same car. Look at the price difference there. Look at the price difference. I got an even better one for you. Look at a Land Cruiser. Land Cruiser, Toyota only brings I think they sell only 4,000 or 5,000 of those a year here in Houston, in Texas. Not Texas, in the U.S. They're about $80,000. What's the Lexus version of the Land Cruiser? That's what, $90,000, $95,000? Look at any number of their cars. Acura is the same way. They make one that is on the lot, on the Honda lot, and then they've got another one on the Acura lot. It's got different badges, maybe a little bit different paint, and a couple of different trim piece changes. They're the same car. But those luxury brands have superior sales and marketing skill sets. And those margins are much better on those luxury cars. There's a reason Honda started Acura and Toyota started Lexus. There's a reason Volkswagen bought Lamborghini.
1 minute.
I mean, there's a reason that some of these companies are getting into that luxury market. And the only way to get someone to pay more for the same product is to have a superior sales and marketing skill set. And the reverse is also true. We get back from the break. We're going to talk about real estate wholesaling. I'm going to introduce you guys to bring in value to the transaction. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate.
Mike's off.
Aylert Law helps wholesalers and real estate agents get deals closed. Seller has too many title defects, too many dead people hanging around, taxman wants a slice of your pie. We work with sellers and title companies to resolve those defects and get clear to close so you get paid. No one can guarantee success, but we'll do our best. Contact Aylert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Aylert, principal offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Are small returns getting in the way of your retirement plans? Why settle for mediocre results? There's a better place to invest. The experts agree, single-family real estate is one of the best investments you can make. Find out how JB Fund Services offers a 9% preferred return and 13% waterfall. Call us today at 281-915-0906 or visit our website, jbfundservices.com. That's 281-915-0906. This investment is offered to accredited investors.
Rehab loans, conventional loans, FHA, and no-income documentation loans can seem scary unless you have the right mortgage company to guide you through the process. Since 2003, Noble Mortgage has been helping investors just like you. Whether rehabbing houses, buying your first home, rental, or commercial property, Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing. Call Noble Mortgage at 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk. This is exactly why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Have you ever experienced the pain of trying to get MLS comps for your hot lead? If you've lost deals waiting for MLS comps, you can understand the frustration. How much would it help you if you no longer had to wait for a real estate agent to get you the info you need to close a deal? Propelio is a brokerage website that gives you instant 24/7 access to high-equity lead lists and comps with access to a network of the top real estate agents. Get an edge on everyone else. Get a free 7-day trial today by going to getmlscomps.com now. That's getmlscomps.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
Are you a realtor or seller that is concerned about the new TRID rules and closing on time? I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer at Legacy Mutual Mortgage, and we have mastered the 30-day close. We close on time, accurately, and with tons of communication. You'll have a dedicated team of a coordinator and a contract-to-close associate. Give me a call today at 713-579-3611, and let's talk about how we can help you on your next transaction.
All right, we're coming back. Housing Opportunity Lender, NMLS 514497.
This is Business 1110.
Call Jason at 713-785-1817 and look for us on Facebook Live at facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate.
2, 1.
Welcome back. It's Jason Bible, Right Path Real Estate. We've got a weekend retreat coming up, July 21st, I think it is. So not this weekend, next weekend. Actually, it's 2 weekends from now, isn't it? Love to have you there. We share the truths of this business. One of those is the truth around wholesaling. I've noticed one of our colleagues here have gone dark on my Facebook feed. I said, "Hey, what are you guys making on your deals?" And I'm willing to bet it's $5,000-6,000. But that's fine. If it works for them, it's great. But ultimately, you can't build a scalable business out of that. You really can't. You can't scale fast enough. There's got to be enough margin there where you can build a real business, an enduring enterprise. We share all the stuff with you at the weekend retreat. We share with you not only the transaction, in other words, how do I do a wholesale deal? How do I do a landlord deal? How do I flip a house? We share the language of those different types of investors, the math use to calculate those deals. We talk about how to estimate a rehab. We call it 10 minutes to 10%. So in 10 minutes, you ought to be able to walk a house and get within 10% of the budget. We also talk about how to build a marketing campaign, a real campaign, not just like randomly sending stuff out. How to work with real estate agents, how to work with wholesalers, how to build wealth, the 2 legs of wealth, equity and cash flow. Talk about all those things at the weekend retreat, how to build a business in real estate, be successful at that. If you go to rightpathrealestate.com, you can click on our calendar. I think at the top it says events, and you click on the calendar and sign up through there. Fantastic event. I'll be in Dallas tonight. I'm going to the Rowdy Roundup with my buddy Tim Harridge. So Tom and I will both be there. So if you're in DFW, would love to see you. And then Thursday night, I'm doing a market update in Dallas. I did this in Houston last week. I'm doing it this week in Dallas. What's going on in the real estate market? Where should you invest? How should you invest? What markets are up? What are down? You know, what's gone on in the last 6 months? What do we think the rest of the year is going to look like? We're going to discuss all those things. JB the Magnificent will be there. I've got my turban in here somewhere and my Magic 8 Ball. So I'll bring those for our Q&A session. We can talk about those things in DFW. If you want to sign up for that class, that training, highly recommend you go to rightpathrealestate.com. There's a link there. You know, RSVP. Can't wait to see you there. So those are the events that we've got coming up this week.
1 minute.
As always, we got a lot of stuff going on. For those of you who are on our Pathfinder Base Camp programs, we've got our calls Tuesday and Thursday night, and then we've got our Base Camp Mastermind on Thursday night. So hope everybody sent their numbers in to Veronica. If you guys have any questions about any of the programs, any of the stuff that we offer, you can send an email to support@RightPathRealEstate, and we will get right back to you. You can always go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/RightPathRealEstate, or you can go to rightpathrealestate.com, see us there. So thanks, everybody, for listening today. Hopefully it's helpful, a little introduction into wholesaling.
20 seconds.
If you got any other questions or comments, feel free to contact us, and we will be in touch. Tom will be on the radio show tomorrow. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.
All right, Jay, have a good day.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
You've been listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. Find Jason and Tom at rightpathrealestate.com.